I'm going to show you everything that Walt Disney World is doing to celebrate the holidays, a lot of which I experienced myself. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Joe Finley, and today we are celebrating all things Disney holidays here. I just got back from a 9-day Walt Disney World vacation, and we did so many things to celebrate the holidays, and I can't wait to share them all with you, so let's get right into it. First off, we're going to start with the hotel that I stayed at, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and they were decked out for the holidays. They didn't go too overboard, but you knew what you were doing when you were in there. You're celebrating. They had a lot of different merch, including really cool Starbucks tumblers, some decked out mini lounge flies, some really cool Spirit jerseys, lots of Stitch-related stuff, more Mickey jammies, some more Mickey jammies for the smaller kids, then other holiday-related t-shirts. And they did something really cool. They actually had a wreath competition between some of the departments at the hotel. So you can see this Fantasia one right here, which was really nice. Then you've got this Muppets one that was all decked out with all different Muppets made out of felt. Then if you go down here, you can see Statler and Waldorf never stop heckling. You got this really nice up wreath from the admin department. This beautiful dragon one from Recreation. Merchandise did this really nice Mickey Mouse one at Pop Century. Then engineering put together just a nice wreath overall, but not very Disney, just wreathy. And then this really cool Nightmare Before Christmas wreath from Housekeeping and Custodial. In the end, I put my vote towards front office's salute to all things Hollywood Studios, but mostly the Muppets. It was just a really fun, creative wreath, and it was a really cool thing to let the resort guests actually interact with this. Next, we're going to head to Disney's Hollywood Studios, and while they didn't do a ton of stuff, they did some pretty cool things, so let's check it out. First and foremost, you had Sunset Seasons Greetings, the projection show on the Tower of Terror. It created all sorts of cool overlays, my favorite of those being the Hollywood Toy Hotel. Then as a holiday snack offering, you got the hot chocolate lunchbox tart, and that was a pastry with a chocolate fudge filling, hot chocolate marshmallow fondant, and mini marshmallows. The hot cocoa lunchbox tart, really good chocolate flavor to it. It was like nice and soft. It wasn't like a big like hard crispy thing that you go through. It's just a homemade Pop-Tart, nothing really to write home about.
The lunchbox tart, I really didn't care for. I didn't like the chocolate flavor. The pastry was just kind of sweet. I don't know, it just wasn't my thing.
Next, we're going to head to Disney Springs, where they had one of the really cool little events, which was the Christmas tree stroll. Here you had 21 trees to find throughout Disney Springs that are all specifically themed, and if you matched the sticker to each individual location, you could get a prize at the end. The journey itself was actually really cool because the trees were beautiful. You can see this Haunted Mansion one right here, and this one was dedicated to the annual pass holders. We have a Princess and the Frog one right here. The Nightmare Before Christmas, which was really beautiful. Tree dedicated to Wish. Here's another one for Lilo and Stitch. Then a Moana 2 based tree, which was really pretty. This is based on Once Upon a Toy. And then you have the Encanto tree right here, which was gorgeous, but we don't talk about it. And then the Disney Plus based tree, a personal favorite, Star Wars. And this Disney Parks tree was really cool, as well as the reason for the Disney season, Mickey and Minnie Mouse. A really fun Toy Story tree, and so many more. Once you match the stickers up to the tree and you know what sticker to use by checking the plaque in front of the tree, you trade it in and you get this little ornament, which was really cool, and it's also your gateway to a lot of discounts around the park. Carrie actually used this to get a special deal if you bought all 3 of the holiday blends at Joffrey's. Then you get this nifty 20-ounce tumbler for free. But this isn't the only discount you can get. There's a huge list of discounts you can get along with that. Now we're going to head over to EPCOT, where they had so much stuff to do for the holidays. First off, head over to Germany's little train set so that you can see they've put up their little signs for the Festival of the Holidays. That's one of the big things going on at EPCOT this time of the year. Then we happened to be strolling by and we saw that EPCOT had a special gingerbread spaceship Earth. And this thing was gorgeous to behold up close. It took 160 hours to build, and it does special light shows at given times during the day. There's another beautiful little setup in the France pavilion where you could see these ornaments that were decorated with a number of things that France is best known for. So here you see the Arc de Triomphe, and as well, here's the Tour Eiffel, the Eiffel Tower. There's also storytellers all through the pavilions throughout World Showcase to tell you their country's story of the holidays. Among those, you have Père Noel, Barn Santa, Father Christmas, Japan's Daruma doll, the Hanukkah storyteller, and so much more. It's a great way to take a load off and enjoy some unique entertainment during the holidays. Not going to brag, but the Canadian Holiday Voyageurs, the crowds were always really big there while I was there. And another thing they were doing while I was there was the candlelight processional. That's when they have a celebrity come out and read the Christmas story, accompanied by amazing choirs. It's a very traditional Christmas kind of thing. I didn't get anywhere near it. The crowds were really crazy the days I was there. I did get within earshot of Neil Patrick Harris, though. They also had a display called Festive Fragrances that was put on by Scentsy, and it put together some really specific holiday scenes, and when you got close to it, you could smell the scene. All the smells were incredibly pleasant. I found the pine one to be a little faint, but the maple one just slapped you in the face after that. But the main thing you want to be doing at Epcot is eating and drinking, and the seasonal snacks were in abundance this year. Carrie tried the peppermint mocha latte from a Joffrey's coffee cart.
It's minty, it's good.
Yeah.
There's cookie, there's coffee, there's mint, there's some chocolate to give it a bit of a mocha flavor. It's really good.
And we tried a number of the Festival of the Holidays food offerings this year. First off, we tried the tamal de puerco con mole, shredded pork and corn masa topped with mole negro, queso fresco, crema mexicana, slivered almonds, and sesame seeds.
So that's tamale was really good. The spice in it was excellent. It caught you right on the end. The mole had a nice sweetness to it. The cheese on top gave it a little saltiness. It was so, so, so good.
And I'm going to concur. It was really, really tasty. That spice was excellent. It's not too hot or anything like that. Like she said, it just kind of sits on your tongue and just waits there right at the end when it gets past everything else, all the queso fresco. Nice little serving size for what it is. And most importantly, with a lot of these things, it's a snack. And like when you've got a dining plan and you've got all these snacks, we're eating one thing at a time and then splitting it between a bunch of us just to enjoy ourselves, just to get the most out of it.
The girls tried the sushi tree from Shiwasu Holiday Kitchen. They didn't actually get their review down, but they very much liked this sushi tree, so much so that it was gone before I even got to them. They also tried the Reuben croquettes from Favorites of Festival Past. Their overall review was that it was fine, but overall it was a really small portion. They also tried the famous cheese fondue in a bread bowl from Bavaria Holiday Kitchen, and there was a little bit of a surprise to it.
Really salty.
Really?
It's very salty.
Like, not good?
Borderline. Like, I don't really this whole thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a bit of a letdown.
Oh, bummer. At the Tangerine Cafe in Morocco, they tried the stone-baked bread with multiple dips.
I don't care for cilantro, so it's not going to be my favorite dip, but it's pretty good. It's got a little bit of heat on it. Nice citrus flavor on the end. That one's nice. It's almost got like a meat flavor, but there's no meat in it. It was good. It's good classic hummus.
And while we were in Germany, Carrie really wanted a beer flight and wasn't able to find one, so I went on the hunt for her.
When you can't see the magic, you make the magic. And when you can't see a beer flight, you figure out where the bloody beer flight is, and then you go get a beer flight for your lady.
And we got Carrie that beer flight. She tried the Postman Pure Hard Cider from Frankfurt, the Von Trapp Brewing Trosten Smoked Dark Lager, and the Konstreitzer Schwarzbier.
Oh, it's a really dry cider.
Yeah.
Light. I like that one. Oh, that's very smoky.
Mm-hmm. Is that a no?
That's like smoke in my mouth.
Oh, really?
This one smells better.
And you don't want anything to go.
That one's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bitter,
Yeah.
but it's a nice beer flavor.
And one of the most fun things at Epcot's Festival of the Holidays is the cookie stroll. You get a little passport, and as you travel around the world buying one of the many cookies that you can get available to you, they'll stamp your passport, and once you've gotten 5 of the cookies, you qualify for a prize at the end. Usually the prize is just another cookie, but this time they went a slightly different route, and I kind of respect it, so I'll show that to you at the end. First off, we tried Germany's Linzer cookie at Bavaria.
It's very soft. The jam in the middle gives it a really nice flavor. The icing sugar on the outside helps to sweeten it up nicely, even beyond the jam. I expected it to be a hard cookie for some reason, but no, it's nice and soft.
It's a good cookie. It's soft. It's very crumbly, but the jam in it's really nice. It gives it a little bit of a tart flavor to go with the sweetness of the sugar.
Next up, we tried the Snickers Doodle found in the American Adventure.
Not bad.
When you get those hints of peanut and things like that, it tastes pretty good. The cookie itself isn't really doing you any favors. It's really just looking for the flavor of the Snickers on top. It's a little messy, a little crumbly. That's not a big deal. Average cookie overall.
Today we continued our stroll with the cinnamon spiced chocolate crinkle cookie from Noche Buena Cucina.
It's a very mild flavor. Abby's right, it's like a brownie.
Tastes like a brownie with cinnamon in it. Not a terrible flavor to have in my mouth. Were you just like photobombing me? Doing Remy? Good cookie overall, but yeah, it's got real brownie overtones.
And lastly, we tried the coffee mocha cookie from Miliki Liki Maka Holiday Kitchen.
Favorite cookie.
Yeah?
It's just a hint of coffee. And it's so good. Nice cream on it. Yummy.
It's got a nice coffee flavor, but it's not a big coffee guy myself. Probably wouldn't be one I would go to. But if you are a coffee lover, if you're a mocha lover, you'd be all in on that one.
Now I know you're thinking that's only 4 cookies, but the Snickers Doodle people double stamped us, and I didn't realize that. All of a sudden we had 5 stamps, and we ended up getting our prize. Now I'm going to be honest, we ate so much food over the course of this 2 days that the extra cookie was probably going to make us explode, so this is probably for the best for everybody. But as an honorable man, I feel like I owe EPCOT a cookie, so here's what I'm going to do. If you follow us on any of our socials and you tag us in a post that you are in EPCOT, I will PayPal you the money for the cookie of your choice. I'm only doing this for one person as I owe 1 cookie, so I will post when this is closed. But in the end, we ended up getting our prize, which instead of a cookie was future cookies. It was this beautiful little DIY gingerbread cookie kit, and I'm really looking forward to making them. And lastly, let's talk about what they're doing at Magic Kingdom. And I'm going to be honest, this was a really weird experience for us. We had an illness in the family among the people who were on the trip, so we didn't all get to go together. Now, thankfully, an amazing person in guest services helped me reschedule my wife and daughter's Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party tickets. So they were able to go, they just had to go on a different day. So most of what you're going to see is actually my son and I on our own. This was actually our first park day of the whole trip. So we got some of the classic pictures, the big Christmas tree right out front, and they have a lot of spots to take your photo throughout the park. We attended Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and the first thing we wanted to do was go and meet Jack and Sally. It was an incredibly unique character experience, and the 2 characters were fantastic, but so were the cast members who were managing the line. They did a really good job of keeping the people who were waiting entertained. Definitely a worthwhile thing to do if the line isn't too long, because you don't want to waste too much of your party time waiting in lines. Next up, we went cookie hunting. There's 5 locations throughout the park where you were given a free cookie and a drink. First up, we got the buttercream frosted sugar cookie.
Really tender for a prepackaged sugar cookie, as is the icing. It's not, I usually don't like a lot of icing. This doesn't feel like too much. None of it's like hard or stale or anything like that. Wonderful job.
Next up was another buttercream sugar cookie, but this one had candy cane all over it.
I don't like mint. I don't like minty things. It's just like toothpaste to me. If you like mint, you like this cookie. Again, fresh cookie, not too hard icing. It's nice and soft, it's good.
Pretty good. Still pretty minty. I kind of like mint. Still, I recommend if you like mint. I I recommend this cookie.
They had delicious hot chocolate from Joffrey's. Then they had this frosted gingerbread cookie. It was incredibly soft, that great gingerbread flavor. The icing just gave it that little extra sweetness that you wanted to have. All in all, really good cookie. And then I'm not gonna lie, something happened to my footage on the last couple of cookies, but there was a red velvet cookie, which was not really my thing. It was overall okay, but it's not really something that I'm looking for in a cookie. And then there was just a classic chocolate chip cookie, which tasted like a classic chocolate chip cookie. It was quite good, nothing wrong with it. The other two drinks that you were able to get while you were there was an eggnog. It was a very spice forward eggnog, a lot of nutmeg in it. And then there was a really nice apple cider. It just kind of tasted like apple juice, but it was good. Then as we traveled around the park, we found a dance party hosted by Nick and Judy from Zootopia with a couple of special guests. There was Max Goof, as well as Goofy in a Santa outfit. Then we experienced Minnie's wonderful Christmas time fun. And then we attended Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time parade.
Happy holidays! This is my favorite time of the year.
Overall, celebrating the holidays across all of Walt Disney World was just a blast this year. I'm so happy I got to share it with you. Let me know what your favorite thing in the video was down in the comments, or if you've attended the events yourself, let me know what your favorite thing was there. And while you're down there, make sure to hit the like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I got new videos coming out. And trust me, there is going to be a lot over the next little while. And finally, I just want to wish everybody a really happy holiday, as I hope you guys all have the best holiday possible. We're going to see you soon with a new video, but until then, if you can't see the magic, make it.